Hey everybody, I'm Peter G from the Jim and Peter Show. Welcome back to another episode of The Angry Garage. Sit back and enjoy watching us dump our bucket, bitch, and spew. Remember, if we don't, we're going to explode, and we do this for a reason, because you're not alone. You're not the only one going through hell. So, share with your friends. We know there's a lesson behind this. We love you guys. We do this for a reason. We love our children, and we have to have our heads together. Kick back and enjoy this week's episode of either Jim or myself bitching about something. But we bitch because it makes you feel better. Love you guys. Peace out. Today, believe it or not, Jim and Peter show was working, and we called it a day. And it was a weird kind of day. It was more of a where are we going with all this kind of day. And I came home, and I'm just, for a change, not rushing around, because my life really is a marathon. I catch hell all the time. It's like, Peter, you're always running. Peter, you're always rushing. Peter, this, Peter. And I am. I'm hustling to work. I'm hustling to make a living. I'm trying to make this show. And believe it or not, the Jim and Peter Show is a lot more difficult than sometimes we tend to believe. There's a lot more that goes into it, and scheduling and things like that. But we make it work because we truly believe in this. But a big part of the Angry Garage is getting things that are at the top of my head by myself because Jim's not here. And tonight I was actually doing nothing, sitting on my balcony, thinking about the day gone through. And I was skimming through Facebook and caught something from a younger guy that I used to be friends with. And we're still friends now. We've kind of found each other again. But I actually, when he was a kid, gave him drum lessons because we came from the same town. And through Facebook, I found him again. And I don't even think he's divorced, or if he is, I have no idea. But he said something that just kind of rang out. And it stuck to me, which made me get up off my ass and come into the Angry Garage and talk about it, because it's, even if it's for divorce or not for divorce, it's about life and living. And he said something to the course of, do you ever question yourself as to, are you doing good enough, or is everything you're doing worth it? And after all you do, why isn't there enough? And he just, you know where I'm going with this, because I'm sure all of you probably do the same thing. I know I do. It's been 6 years of hell for me, and I'm still going through it. But this is where I'm slowly trying to turn things around, and that's why I came down to do this, because the dynamic of your life changes. Divorce, children, I've had to take a whole different way of earning a living because I had to manage being around for my child, and no regrets. I am the luckiest man in the world when it comes to that little girl. But I don't make enough money. I'm not as happy about what I'm doing, and I'm trying to change these things. But here's the thing. I've slowly, because I'm constantly, why can't I have this? Why am I busting my ass? I have nothing to show for. I've walked away from everything and had to give up a lot of things. I have to earn a living that's barely a living because the whole world is upside down. Why am I banging my head? And speaking of banging my head, I have a designated spot in my house where I go and bang my head regularly. That way I don't mess up the whole place, because that's just the way I feel. But slowly but surely, somehow, and I don't remember who turned me on, but I just started really taking a good breath now and looking around over the past, 6 months or so, because when you really think about it, there's a lot more good going on within you, within me, than you really tend to listen to inside your own head. I mean, who's dying of cancers? And I've lost a bunch of people lately. Who just has all these misfortunes, and compared to what I've got, yeah, I'm bitching about a lot of stuff because I want these things, because I work hard for it. I get up. I don't just sit on the couch and expect things to fall into my lap. We get up and we try. The Jim and Peter Show, this is what brought us together after 6 years of talking about this stuff. We finally getting up and doing this, and because we feel that strong about it. But I've finally started, when I go to bed at night, I thank God for what I do have. I all the things that are going right, and just not so much worrying about what I don't have. And it's not easy, I'll tell you, because I want a lot of things. I want my freedom. I miss that a lot. I work for the man now. I do a job that I really don't like. I mean, probably a lot of people do, but I was fortunate enough to, even if I didn't make very much money or not, I was happy with what I did. And it's just everything changes. The whole way you make a living is different now, and the internet's changed the world, and businesses go down, and blah, blah, blah. The bottom line is, every morning before I leave my house and every night before I go to bed, and even when I'm thinking in the car and back and forth, I am now starting to naturally feel a lot more grateful for what I do have than what I don't have. Because when I really take a look around, and especially when I look into my little girl, look at her, and there's really a lot of good stuff. There really is. You just want more out of life. Everybody does. You want the best for your children. You want the best life. You want the house. You want this. You want that. I get it. But there's a lot of people out there that don't have anything, and they're happy as hell. And I'm trying to find that peace, that zone. So I guess I came down here to say that, like, everybody's got hell. I know you can relate. I can definitely relate. If Jim were here, he'd be backing me up, 200%. But you gotta find the inner stuff that's really good in your life and work from there. You just have to, because it will eat you up and tear you down, and you'll never get anything done. I mean, I lived it. I'm learning by my own mistakes. Thank God for, again, a lot of friends of mine who have helped support me and listened. That's why we're doing this. We all have these stories, and we're all listening now and sharing. But if you don't pick apart your life and start focusing on what good is going on, you're going to stay in that rut, and it sucks. And you don't hear yourself crying because it's hard to hear your inner self. I used to do that a lot back in the 90s too, when I was trying to get out here in LA and work my music career, and it was like, why can't I get this gig, and why, and wah. And I had a couple of friends that just kind of said, dude, shut up. Look at yourself. Maybe not as good as some, but a lot better than others. So that's it. I had to come down here and do an angry garage session, and I hope that this is a little more common sense, but sometimes you just don't think about it, and it's right in front of your face. But somebody's got to point it out for you. So I hope it all works out. We'll see you later.
Jim and Peter.